This is set number 60002, the fire truck, just plainly called fire truck. This is a LEGO City set from 2013, ages 5 to 12, 208 pieces, 2 minifigures, and retails for $20. $20 is a very good price point right away for this set, considering that it's 208 pieces. And for the relative size of the model, it makes it suitable for that price range as well. Let's take a closer look at the set now. I'm going to start off with the basics of the set. Here's the box art for it, and it shows our 2 minifigures ready to go in action. It also shows you on the top, modular build, easy start. So that allows us to build it in 2 different ways. Or with, should I say, 2 different bags. We have bag number 1. Just simply that one bag. I don't remember which of the smaller bags these go into. I think each one had their own smaller bag inside. And then we have bag number 2. Relatively the same size, a little larger than bag number 1. Right now we're going to show you a clip that has how each of the builds work for numbers 1 and 2. Okay, so here we have the fire truck. We're ready to go into bag 2, but first I'll show you bag 1. And this is what parts you build. You get 2 minifigures, the corner piece with a fire hydrant. And this is as much as you build for the fire truck in bag 1. And I gotta say, it's really good looking. I like a lot of the construction that comes into these LEGO City models because they're very sturdy. And they also got some nice tricks up their sleeve I might want to implement in my own building. So, here is bag 2. We also get one of these hoses to go with it. We actually get 2 in this set. I guess 1 is an extra. And we still have some more of the stickers to use. About half of them left. So, let's get on to it. Okay, and we are back. So we have a couple extra pieces in this set. First one being a 1x1 with a hole in it. This is a kind of a rare piece nowadays, slightly common from the LEGO Games series. And it's in yellow. This one you use in the set, I think, once. The next piece is used for part of a fire extinguisher. They could use this as maybe a hose or a small speaker. We get a 1x1 translucent yellow cheese wedge. We get a 1x1 gray stud, no hole in it. Get a 1x1 cheese wedge in white. You get a studless 1x1 round tile in translucent blue. You get a 1x1 cheese wedge once again in red, translucent red. You get a visor, which is used for only one of the minifigures. But it's always nice to get extra visors. And you get a whole extra fire hose. That's in case the first one doesn't work or partially breaks throughout, because I know sometimes these have a tendency to break. Not as much as they used to, though. They're much stronger now than they used to be. But this is also useful for if you have another fire hose to, use around your LEGO City. You get an extra, well, not an extra. This is actually the stickers, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stickers used in this set. Of course, they're all used on the same model because there's only one model in the set. You have a kind of thick instruction booklet, and I like the style of it because it reminds me of the larger city sets, usually larger modular build city sets. On the instruction booklet, will show you the main model and the minifigures standing beside it. So that's what they do with this one, even though it's only one instruction booklet. So inside they show you bags 1 and 2. Now bag 2, as we saw from the video, shows you this setup with, using the fire hose and then what gets added on to the set. This is what you build in bag 1. And then in the back, they show you a whole bunch of city scenes. First one being, of course, the firefighters. And we can see our fire truck right in this area, right in action. We got the great vehicles section here, and we got a police section, which is not always common with instruction manuals. Sometimes they divvy up which city sub-themes will fit in there. This is our LEGO City promotion for the website. The piece count on both pages, and the win section on the back. So let's cut to our fire truck. This is a nice looking vehicle, and I'll probably be saying that throughout the whole review, so I'll try not to say it too much while I'm discussing this set. First, we're going to take this off, and we'll get to our minifigures inside. Whoop, whoop. That's right, they both fit in there. And that's one of the exciting things about the set. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Here are two firefighters. They don't have any real names to them, and they got some pretty standard outfits for 2013. I believe this is the only year that they've had these outfits in this form, and they have two different ones. The pants are exactly the same, but you can see on the torsos, one of them has some different buckles and belts on, where this one has more of a vest on top of his outfit. And why is this one not turning? Might be a little bit off. There we go. They both have the same exact helmet, no face printing on the back, and they do have different back printing. So they do have the same symbols though, I can see on the back. Sorry, I guess this is not doing it today. We get a little add-on to the set. This is our street corner, which, you know, sometimes LEGO City sets have these small corners with different add-ons. They're nice to put on to a city scene, just as they are. And this one has a fire hydrant. This one has a direct line, which can be hooked up to our fire truck. So you can see right here, it has perfect reach. It's on, you know, the same height for the fire truck, which is good. So you might want to make that a standard in LEGO City. I mean, this has the ability to bend, but you probably get the water pumping through if you have it as a straight line, instead of having loops in it, or bends. We'll take off that section and work on that later. And we'll take a look around the fire truck. First thing I want to show you is the inside, because like I said, they have two seats, which is great for a fire truck because that adds to the, I would argue to say, authenticity, because fire trucks usually have more than one fireman in them. Obviously, one of them would be driving. I usually put this one as a driver. And this one would be sitting in the back, getting his gear ready. And I assume this is the one that's fighting the fires, since he has the gloves on and more of the fire gear. So he does have space in there to fit both of them. Very nicely room. And we also got that nice paneling around. I like the pieces that are used for this paneling. We got the sticker on the front for the license plate. And some stickers on the side. Over here. We also got a sticker on this side. We'll get to that in shortly. You can also put some firefighters on the sides here, on the bars. And I think they show it on part of the set box. They show that this firefighter can ride along the side, kind of like they do on garbage trucks, sometimes on fire trucks too. But they wouldn't ride for the entire time. That would be kind of not the smartest thing to do. But if you had extra firefighters that needed to be with this fire truck, you could put them on the sides there. And it does help with the authenticity, because they do have bars like that on fire trucks. I'm not sure if it's for that reason. We got a little window in here on both sides. It opens both ways and reveals some accessories. Some accessories you can fit on minifigures, and I'll try that with one of our minifigures. This is your oxygen tank and visors that allow you to see while you're fighting the fire. It fits well on him, and is very common with firefighter themes to have that. Like I said, this can open both sides so we can see through it. And it also fits in there very nicely. Definitely has room for that. This is your extension for the fire hose, so when you use this on top or anywhere on the fire, you just have to clip that on because it doesn't have space on the side of the vehicle to clip it. So you just have it stored in this box, nice yellow crate, and you can use it for your fire. And the reason why they have the way that they make the fire piece stay in, or the water piece rather, stay in here is from that 1x1 I mentioned earlier that is used in this set. So it's a very clever design for that in order to make it fit. They show you on the box though, in the instructions they show it like this. But on the box they show you it goes on backwards for some reason. I actually like it this way because it adds some unique design to it. And I also can't get it out too well. It's pretty tight in there. So I just leave that on the side. You can see the sticker right there for some of the controls to manage the water levels and the height of the ladder. We also get our walkie-talkie here, which is kind of stuck in place. It's going to be a little hard to see, but I hope you can see that sticker well. We get this very long wheel that can hold our fire hose in there, and it does roll up very nicely as long as you do it the right way, because sometimes I either get it stuck in the middle or stuck on the ends, so it's not always the most even lineup, but it does have the ability to roll it all up the way in, because as you saw that when we started this review. And there we go. Here's a little piece you saw earlier for where we fit the hose onto for attaching to a fire hydrant. You can see some sirens on the back, on the sides. You get 2 stickers on the back, some more equipment, which is nice. Lots of equipment and accessories on here. And you also have room on this side, just in case you're on that side of the street, to fit your hose extension. So you can hook it up on here. You just need to move the axe a little bit upwards. So there you have it. Nice and symmetrical, but also functional. And you also got the fire extinguisher. And of course the big part of the set, that's another sticker. The big part of the set is the ladder. This spins at 180 degrees, so you can face it this way or face it this way. You cannot have the fire hydrant, or you can't have this facing around the other way because the pieces stick into place. Which is good because logically they wouldn't put it that way. So you could extend this out, have him walk up the ladder with the fire hose ready. You do get the ladder on there so you can stretch it out. And it does fit well into place, but sometimes it can fall off if you pull too hard. So just be careful when pulling it. You could angle this directly upwards. In fact, nobody would actually go up that way, but you probably have it at this angle and then lighten it up like here or there, depending on how high up you need to shoot the flames. You can have your minifigure walk up here. He can sit on the rails like so. And fun fact, this is reused in the new 2014 police set for a bridge section. For the police station, they use that in the middle of it for a bridge. So I like how you can fit the figures on here with their hands, and then you can have them walk all the way up. Let's see if we can get their feet in there. Oh, great. We got the feet in there. So now we could... Oops, he fell back. And he fell off. Let's see if we can get all of it pulled out. Because they show you on the picture he fits on there. So I wanted to see if we could duplicate that in real life with our figure. And he can. I have it all the way extended out, and he fits on there very well. Not falling off until now. But that's also because the ladder fell off. So it's also nice to use a ladder on its own if you want to make a smaller fire truck or just have it as part of a house. that is detachable from the main part of the fire ladder. It fits nicely into place and can rest nicely on top of here, so it's not in the way of any pieces. So there we have our set. It's really cool. I had a great time building this set. In fact, it was actually more interesting to build, or almost as interesting to build as it was to play with, because it has a very intricate design. It's very unique yet authentic. I could definitely see a fire truck like this in real life, because it has a lot of the details and functions like a regular fire truck would. I really like the two-seater function. And the reason why I like the two-seater function is a lot of $20 city sets where they have one large vehicle to build, maybe some accessories with it, maybe some add-ons on the side like this. They have 2 minifigures, but they don't have space for 2 figures. And for a fire truck, this is essential, because you can't have one fireman not only piloting the fire truck, but also running the fire truck when it's used in an emergency situation. So it is required to have at least 2 or more firefighters with this set, even on a small play scale. But it definitely works in its favor to have 2 seats in there, because that just provides a little bit more of the action and playability with the set, and also makes it more realistic. So let's see if we can put this away. Oh, we have to take off his gear. He doesn't really fit in the truck with the gear on, and that's something, it's really not a big deal. Sometimes they do have the gear on when they're in the truck, but it doesn't matter too much to me, because I understand the seats can't really hold them. But if you could take the seats out and fit them in with the gear if you wanted to. So all in all, I really like this set, except for the part I took off by accident. I really like this set. $20 is a great value for this fire truck. Compared to past fire trucks, I know they've been around $20, but they may have had, I don't know, a couple extra features, or another extension, or another mini build. But it's not a big deal, because this one has a real feel to it, and covers all the basics for a fire truck in Lego City. I would definitely keep this as is, just to, roam around and, put out fires. I do like all the functions with it. They fit very well. And I keep saying this, but it really represents a fire truck. And I've been around fire trucks a couple times, so I've seen the kinds of features they have. These are just a sample of some of the things that a fire truck would actually do. But a good sample that would be good enough to play with, and, for this kind of minifigure scale, works really well for Lego City. So, thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time with more Lego set reviews. We just got a report of a fire due south over the bridge. Let's roll.